Today I'm joined by someone who started his career as a television actor in the late 1980s. He went on to become one of the most successful Bollywood superstars in the world. One of his movies, which is of course one of my favorite movies, ran for over 25 years in a theatre in Mumbai. His millions of fans across the world call him the King Khan of Bollywood for ruling their hearts and the box office for over 30 years. I'm joined by the most talented, the most versatile and the most romantic man, Shah Rukh Khan. So ni hao and welcome to China.
Thank you very much. How do you say ni hao?
Ni hao.
Ni hao. Ni hao to you, and thank you very much for having me on your show.
I saw your pictures from the airport. Were you expecting that love and that affection from Chinese since you're coming here for the first time?
No, not at all. I was just walking out and our bags were still being taken. So I said, let's go out because we'd been on a long flight. And the airport is so marvelously big. So we're just going around. I said, let's go out and stand. Let's see the city. And when I walked out, suddenly they all screamed. And for a moment, I thought they were doing it for something else or someone else. Then now I've gotten to know, I'll pronounce it wrong, but they're all from, they mentioned it to me. And my friend here, Seema, has been telling me, Xinjiang. Thank you very much, everyone from Xinjiang, for so much love, so many hugs, and so many kisses.
So your movie Zero is being screened at the 9th Beijing International Film Festival at the closing ceremony. How significant do you think it is for your movie and for Indian cinema in China?
I think I do this personally. I'll tell you, it's very significant for me to come down here because I've been planning to come here. I know that Indian films have been so marvelously being received here. So many wonderful actors like Amir and all have been coming with their work, and I get very happy when Indian cinema is taken worldwide, and China and being such a huge market, plus making its own forays into big cinema internationally, very important. So there's a good part to it that I'm here. I just wanted to come and meet everyone and just enjoy the fun, get down and see what the festival's like, meet all of you, and meet some hopefully Chinese filmmakers and actors and actresses, if I can. If I don't also, I'll keep coming back. But yeah, unfortunately, Zero itself wasn't received too well back home in India. And maybe I made a wrong film. Maybe I didn't make the right storytelling. So I'm a little wary how it will be received here. And I hope people like it because it was quite a labor of love. But mostly the labors of love go wrong. It's the normal ones which go right. So when it went wrong, I felt really bad that, it just got so rejected by so many people. So I just, when you make a film like that for 3 years and it goes wrong, then you're a little, not depressed or sad, it's just, okay, I don't want to see it. So I'm going to see it after 3 months. So for me, it's very significant. Let me just go and see. Maybe I'll be able to figure out when I'm a little away now that what went wrong with it.
I saw an interview of you before Zero got released in India. And you said, we have used a lot of visual effects to, make you look vertically challenged, and a lot of hard work, you just said, that has gone into it. In the interview you said, I want to make an international standard movie. When people see Zero abroad, like especially Indians see Zero abroad, they're not embarrassed and they're proud of it. What do you think is going to happen on 20th? Are we going to feel very proud about it?
Yeah, I think the first aspect, as a producer, I'm not talking as an actor. Let's assume I'm a filmmaker when I'm saying this. I think there are a few givens in films which are controllable. That is how you present your film, what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels in terms of totality. If you are trying to move into world cinema, I think basic thing is that your cinema should look of a certain quality. But the form, and I think the way the product looks is very important if any of our countries, China or India, wants to step into international arena, because they have a whole regular usage of technology in the Western cinema which has gone beyond and with ease now, and their budgets are much bigger than ours. So I think Zero on that front passes muster for sure.
You own one of the biggest visual effects studios in India, and you made a film called Ravan, and it won a national award for visual effects. And in China, we have a movie called The Wandering Earth. They did the same thing. It was a sci-fi movie with lots of visual effects. It did really well. You are meeting a lot of Chinese producers tomorrow at the India-China Co-Production Forum. Do you think sci-fi is one genre where Chinese and Indians can actually have a very fruitful collaboration?
Not only science fiction, I think even otherwise.
But you have been personally very much interested in, a superhero movie, a Bollywood superhero movie with lots of visual effects. It is your dream, I've heard.
I mean, it's something that I always thought Indians should have a superhero, a homegrown superhero like Iron Man or Batman, and I think so should China. Maybe we could do a film about a Chinese and Indian superhero, and it'll be really nice. I also science fiction, because I think there's a younger audience in India, So myself being a science student halfway, I'm like, it really, yeah, but neither of them for studies. So it's nice that if I'm able to bring in this element of science fiction, because the world sees it. Why shouldn't Indians? And I'm really, you're the second or third person who's mentioned this film to me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this Chinese film. I'll see it tonight.
And you are the one who's been at the forefront of experimenting when it comes to cinema. Like you started with Bazigar, Dar, which was all negative portrayal of a person. And science fiction is something that you can actually, people will look forward to. Like Shah Rukh always does something new. Is that something you're going to do next?
No, I haven't decided what I'm going to do next. I thought I'll take a few months off and try and work on what I want to do. Because for me, it's very important that whatever I'm doing, I should be most excited with it. And because, I've been working for 30 years. I work 16 hours a day. It's if it doesn't excite you in the morning, you should not wake up. At my stage, I've done it all in a certain way. I worked in 80 films. I worked really hard. I've made a career out of what I do, and I've done some satisfactory roles too. So at my stage, I should be like, listen, I don't want to get up and go if it's not going to be the most exciting, scintillating, absolutely stunning day as an actor. So so right now I don't have anything which is stunning, scintillating, or exciting. So if I have it, then I'll start doing it. So I don't know what I'll think of. I don't think of subjects like, okay, this genre. It's okay, as strange as it sounds, it's like an inner call. Okay, I want to feel like doing this. So I'll play a vertically challenged person. I'll do a comedy right now. So nobody's come calling for some time. So I'll just I guess spend some more time in China and then go back after the holiday and then.
Would you like to work in a Chinese movie?
Most certainly, I would love to. I would love to, as long as I can. You can teach me Chinese quickly. No, I won't dub. I'll play a quiet guy. I'll play a quiet guy. I'm a quiet guy who sings and dances. But yeah, I would love to do it. Yeah, because I've much before you also, because you're way younger. I've grown up in the time when Chinese films in India were like a rage. And even now, at least for somebody like, I was also learning how to make films, so maybe I saw more. But Kung Fu films had taken over, So I'd seen all of them, and we really were inspired by them, My era guys, and most of the action and things that we think of, also because they were comic, so they're entertaining. Even today, I think a lot of Telugu cinema is completely like the Chinese commercial cinema, Of course, the serious cinema set apart. So for me, it's important that a cinema that I've grown up on, if I'm able to participate in whichever way, co-produce it, co-act it, do something, and I also do believe technologically China is superior in cinema right now, and we could learn from that. And content-wise, we can bring in some new, and we are quite common culturally and familiar. We have family values and stuff. So I think all that can come together. And I want to hear people, how people from the rest of the world are going to talk there. They'll talk about distribution, and I think it's extremely intriguing, the Chinese film production, making, and distribution system. It's quite it's a model to perhaps follow back home in India,
Do you think Bollywood movies can become a bridge between the two countries, and how they can play a role here in people-to-people exchanges? Because when you go with your movie in a foreign land, you become a cultural ambassador. What do you think about that?
I think anything which is cultural, and I think cinema is kind of modern culture, because somewhere down the line it still is inherently telling stories of your own culture, mostly, especially in China and India. I think anything which is cultural, which is storytelling, which is an art form, is going to break all barriers. There are going to be people-to-people connect. So when now I know Mr. Chris Martin. Sometimes I don't even understand his accent, but I love the music. And I'm sure when I made some of these guys hear my music from India, they're like, wow, this is wonderful. So art, culture, reading, writings, these are going to be things which are going to enhance people-to-people connect, because the language of art is little beyond semantics and understanding and the actual grammar. So most certainly, I think I think China and India, like I said, the family values, the way we stick to teacher is revered, family is loved, I think these cultural bindings do help, especially in countries like India and China, which are so steeped into culture and tradition. So I think art and cinema is going to be a big boost for people. And of course, technologically and exports and imports and all that will happen. But I think, yeah, cinema is going to be always at the forefront, or art is going to be at the forefront of people-to-people exchange.
Your message for your Chinese fans, what do you want to tell them?
Thank you very much for being so kind. I least expected this, that there'd be so many people here who like me. And it's very sweet of you. And inshallah, and hopefully I'll bring some wonderful films here to China. And when you write to me and message me, please send me some good Chinese films. Every year, at least 10 good Chinese films for me to watch. And lots of love to you, and thank you.